Oh, shut up. Also,
It'd be more fun
hi.
if Dev could come by.
Shut up. Also, hi guys. Sorry for being late. Had a little bit of a situation happen at my apartment. So, nothing involving me, just involving my neighbors. But, that's just.
What, your neighbor's toilet?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Ugh. No. Domestic fights and shit. It ain't my problem. It's their problem. But yeah, whatever. Also, why the heck is my shit fucked up? Yeah.
That is the question that the United States sewer system is asking right now.
I'm going to physically harm you, Arch. Oh,
It
lesbian.
got too
No.
far away.
No, not lesbians. Probably the Mexicans. Other Mexicans, not me. Why? Why is my entire thing just fucked up? Ugh, motherfucker. But anyways, today Arch is here to talk about rats and why he wants to breed with Skaven women.
Actually, there's only like one type of Skaven women, and you don't necessarily want to breed them.
Well then... Why are you so obsessed with Skaven?
Although Skaven breeding privileges are often a high-standing reward in Skaven society.
Yeah, how so?
Well, because there's not a whole lot of females, and therefore access to them is rare and precious.
I see. Let's see. Fucking, where are the videos that I wanted to pull up? Fucking weird. Oh, here we go. Was there also anything that you specifically wanted me to watch, or are you just gonna let the autism... What?
Well, does it have to be Skaven related?
If we could eventually loop back to Skavens.
Well, because Boog has been busy.
Nope, not showing anything that Boog has. Nope. Nope. We are not watching anything that Boog has to offer. We're not listening to anything that Boog has to offer.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
No. If Torment of Me, it will stay on your channel, not mine. Oh.
Where would you like to begin, LumLum? On your journey down the path of furrydom.
Oh, so you are the furry expert. I understand.
Hey, you're the one who wants to learn about this. I'm just saying.
Yes, I want to learn from the expert.
Well, I don't know if I want Boog on my server, but...
Oh my... Let's see. No, I don't want to listen to your own videos on Skaven.
Why not? And good. Actually, I really should do a video about the Skaven Great War, the Pox.
The Skaven Great War?
I've been feeling an inspiration to do Warhammer lore videos again. Must be, I need to remember to upload lore video tomorrow. Here, come here, invoice. I'm going to use you as notepad.
Let's see. Alright. You can critique other people's lore videos then, because I don't want to hear your voice twice. I would probably rather chew on a brick.
That's not a problem. Old art sounds very different from new art. It'll basically be like two different versions of myself.
Old art sounds like he is full of hope, ready to look forward to life, and be like, yeah, I can do this! And now you just sound bitter and depressed.
I'm kind of looking forward to life. Look at the stock market. It's bounding upwards.
I mean, yours is, probably. Not so much mine. There we go. Finally fixed my stuff. Yay! Happy Great Horned Rat Day.
13th. It's not the 13th today.
Is it April 13th?
No.
Just A 13th?
If anything, it should be February the 13th, shouldn't it?
Start with the Great Horned Rat. Yeah, okay. Start with the Great Horned Rat. I like this little Mr. Bones video because it has a cute little mouse on front. Oh,
What's
God.
Mr. Bones? Oh.
I know, a 40k YouTuber. Here, let me share the screen. No, I don't want to scare fucking YouTube studio. There we go. Great Horned Rat. Oh my god. Why do you look like this? Yep. Yeah, one. There we go. Actually, I showed my Discord.
I remember. That was the icon that Dan drew of me.
Well, it's very...
Look at that. Flattering, appealing, attractive. I know.
It's very you. Let me read the super chats before we go on. Adam Warlock, thank you for just dropping $100 and saying absolutely nothing. I appreciate the support.
At least make her do things for it.
Just
Tell her
like a
to
punch.
speak in a Valagil accent. Or nya, and every sentence with a nya. There you go. Make demands.
Arch, people asked for very simple demands from you last Saturday, and you're like, no, not enough money. No.
Yeah, but they did give you enough money, so give them things.
Coolips, thank you for the donation. LumLum, will you ever play Dawn of War? I have Dark Tide lined up. I'm also gonna have Rogue Trader at some point. Dawn of War, I will probably do in a couple months. I have a few games I need to check off my list first.
Well, throw Dark Tide out the window. It always sucked. Get rid of that one.
But somebody just got me Dark Tide.
Well, too fucking bad.
Well, what games would you recommend, Arch?
Dawn of War is better.
Yeah? Okay.
Just be careful into downloading any custom skins. I remember there were virgin windmills there.
What the fuck? The fuck is a virgin windmill?
Are you not aware of the virgin windmill and the hungry hammer?
No, I'm not.
Don't worry about it. It's irrelevant.
You know, and when you say anything is irrelevant, it frightens me quite a bit. Lou, thank you for the 40 Mexicans. Can someone go wake up Lumi? No. Use the power of feet to summon Lumi? No.
That's probably how she wakes up in the morning.
Oh my god. Thank you for the 5. As punishment, LumLum must play the foot song for everyone. When I take a break, maybe. Ward Turkify,
I would imagine.
Thank you for the 5.
The first thing she feels in the morning is like cold feet of her husband against her face.
Books to release a new Lumi Love Feet pick for every minute fishes. No. Nasco, thank you for the 2 Damn Andy and Lele Arch Rocks. Oh, I know. Isn't it a cute little art style? Animate acumen, respect the book. I respect it, but I also fear him. Krieger for 10. Arch, tell LumLum about the Hell Pit abominations. She'll love them. They have so many feet. Not all on the bottom. She can lick the feet as the abominations try.
She could. Also, remind me to use these Andy and Lele things for the Andy and Lele mod we'll have to set up at some point.
Okay. Okay. Start the Great Horned Rat. Happy Great Horned Rat Day. Lou, yes, please make more Skaven lore videos. Arch, please make more. I don't care if you make it up, just make more. Magma for 10. Maybe if you didn't just invest in foot grinders, Lumi, you'll have more money. Shut the fuck up. Blaystone, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Hello, mighty feet fish. Greetings, Archly. Looking forward to the lore series for newbies. Read the supers from before the stream. I am already doing that. And Mr. Twisted Frenzy. Hey, Arch. AOS Realms of Ruin is on sale for $6. Is the game even worth that much?
No. Unless they're paying you $6, and even then, not really.
Well, let's listen to 2 arches since that's what you guys want, chat. Let me know if the video volume is too loud or if you just want me to mute it.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and all praise the Horned Rat, Master of the world below, Lord of Ruin, and he whose name is 13. And whom, much to my shame, I realize I haven't made a lore video on. I don't know how this happened. I am as nonplussed as you are, but in last week's Terra Invictus stream, Sad Wings Raging reminded me of this and asked if I couldn't make one for October. And you know what? That's a brilliant idea, so thank you very much, sir, for the reminder. And let's talk ram-horned rats, shall we? And as always, we shall begin at the...
Huh?
What does nonplussed mean?
Nonplussed? I've never even heard that word before.
God damn it, LumLum.
Well,
and hey, here we demonstrate how giving me money can make me do lore videos. So, this is a valuable lesson to you, chat. You may proceed.
Okay.
The beginning, with the origins of the Horned Rat. For unlike many gods, he might actually have one. In fact, there are a few different interpretations, theories, or myths really, about how exactly the Horned Rat and in turn the Skaven race were created. The more sterile and boring versions is simply that the Skaven are some form of beastman variant, some mutated spin-off. This is obviously and self-evidently nonsense. The beastmen aren't created the way they are because of some unruly mutation. They didn't happen upon their forms through simple accident. They are creatures of chaos itself, and their bestial appearance is intended, designed to evoke fear in the manlings who surround their forests. An even more ludicrous notion is the idea that the entire Skaven race are merely just rats, mutated to an absurd degree by extended exposure to warpstone, the raw stuff of chaos. This theory does have its appeal, I admit, as it means the Skaven are merely just creatures, accidents, mishaps, a comfortable delusion for the furless thing.
Okay, this is one question that I do have because I don't know, well, I haven't really delved into Warhammer Fantasy. Does Warhammer Fantasy still deal with the warp, chaos gods, and everything like that?
That's a good question, LumLum. So, the answer as to how I got those enormous hands and arms as a rat has probably nothing to do with your question whatsoever, but I've been staring at them now for a while, and they're huge.
What, do you want to use this icon more? Or are you going to get it repurposed to be a little PNG?
I'm not sure. But, to actually answer the proper question, the warp exists within both universes, and there are hints that they are somehow linked. There's even the possibility that the Warhammer world exists somewhere in the 40k universe, although that's dubious. And no, LumLum, they don't do that still because Warhammer Fantasy was brutally murdered in its sleep several years ago.
I see. So they basically ignore Warhammer Fantasy now since 40K is, just the more popular thing, the thing they will exploit the most, and then eventually choke it to death until it's nothing but it's already the shell of its former self, but until it's literally nothing that they can make money off anymore.
They've replaced it with the old world, which is just a shitter version, more magical, gayer.
So are you basically saying the Skaven are now your little dudes that you can do anything you want with since no one else wants them?
Well, let's not go that far. I have seen people trying to do things with the Skaven. It's usually not good.
They're probably on the same level as, probably on the same level or worse than the, titular bronies. Because I've been seeing a lot of skits done by this one 40K creator over on the Communist Spy app TikTok, where he was... Apparently he had experience with someone who made their own chapter based off of My Little Pony. And that
sounds heretical.
It sounds horrifying. I'll have to send you some of his stuff. He's funny. I know you'll ignore it, but I'll send it anyway.
What is your obsession with horses?
Don't have an obsession, Arch. You send more pony reactions to things that other people say about me than I have ever sent to you, Arch.
Proves nothing.
What do you mean, proves nothing?
Proves nothing. Also, have you selected a 51-minute video? God help me, LumLum.
They said they wanted the Great Horned Rat. We're doing the Great Horned Rat. I will play you at 2 times speed if you want, Arch.
Oh, God, myself at 2 times speed is an experience that you must have. Do it now.
Oh, no. Play back 2 times.
It occupies so much of the Skavens.
Nope.
Well, I can understand myself.
I will lose the point of what we're at. We'll do 1.5.
A rightful place in the world. For the truth, of course, is far more horrific. The fact is, the Skaven are God's chosen creations. The one and the only real God. The Horned Rat, of course. And oh sure, there are pretenders to his throne, plenty of them in fact. Everything from the manlings of the Empire's pitiful martyr, or even...
I just noticed on your little rat dude. Is that a tattoo, or is that supposed to be a,
Tattoo.
Okay. It looked like
It's
one of
warpstone.
Looked like one of those patches diabetics wear.
It's a little warpstone with a little heart around it.
Okay.
even before to the north. But these are not true gods. They cannot be, for they are mere creations of the mortal mind. They exist as a simple mirror to reality, reflections, nothing more, of base emotions and desires. A true god is not created by the imaginations of those infinitely lesser than himself. He is the one doing the creation, as we can plainly see in The Doom of Kavzar.
Yes.
This is an ancient Tilean poem, describing events that happened thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago before the current timeline of the Warhammer world. Shut up, it still exists. And it describes a civilization that is rather unusual, a mix of men and dwarves living together in what is now the Blighted Marshes, what was then a part of sort of pseudo-Tilea. It would be more correct to say that it exists where a portion of Tilea now does, as back then there were not a whole lot.
I'm going to be asking a lot of stupid questions. What are these floating stones?
You're a stupid woman, LumLum, so don't worry about it.
What are the floating stones, Arch?
You should know better by now than to lay yourself bare to me like that. Foolish. They're just floating geometry, Lum. It's what happens when you do magic. It just happens. Things float. Balls float. Triangles float. Shit floats. It's the side effect of magic in every universe.
Okay. Jesus. Damn, I have gained a level. What does this mean? It just means you talk a lot. I don't know why Botrix does it, but you gain a level the more you yap. I have people, I think, up in, like, level 26 at this point. So that just means they're chronic yappers. That's okay.
Part of major human civilizations.
What are you doing?
Almost killed myself. It's fine.
Well,
Keep
stop
going.
that.
Even Hekara had yet to go through its, great tumultuous period, shall we say. And this far north, humans were curious creatures, about on the same level as the local wildlife, fur-clad barbarians, by and large overlooked or at best humoured by the dwarves and the elves that lived in the area and ruled over it. Incidentally, this poem also takes place during the War of Vengeance as well. But before we get sidetracked too far, this mixed civilization had achieved tremendous success. The human population farmed the lands and provided bumper crops of food. Meanwhile, the dwarves dug deep as ever and provided fine quality stone for building both above and below ground. It was such a successful and major town that the two groups decided to get together and build an enormous monument to the gods as thanks for their tremendous good fortune. It would take the form of an enormous tower stretching all the way to the skies. It took millennia to build. The entire lifespan of dwarven master masons were expanded, and yet still the tower grew and grew and grew. Until simple physics eventually brought a halt to the construction. The tower had grown so impossibly tall that any further building appeared impossible. Even merely conveying materiel to the top was a lethally hazardous task, and many workers fell to their death from the dizzying heights. And yet, the centerpiece of the tower...
This is so off topic, but is this the salt cow that you showed on stream a while back?
Is it? That's difficult to tell from this distance. Let me see. That might be Salt Cow. Yeah, it could be. There's the bridge god up there. The Book of Autumn. Letitio Divinatatis. Chronicles of Ursh is what I'm currently sitting on.
I see.
Unfortunately, there's no sign of Karalu, the great weasel of lies, on this picture.
The heck is that?
It's Coconuts, alter ego. Lying weasel.
Huh. Well, I'm learning lots of new things today. Let me read some super chats and then we can continue. Reverend Norse, Hungry Hammer is Soviet hammer, and sickle and Virgin Windmill is the symbol of Germans tainted. The more you know. Arch is best for Skaven lore.
I am.
Mercenary X21. So side-scrollers just exposed Archie's fetishes. Poor Archie has been exposed to his degeneracy. I'll have to watch the VOD after this. One tired gamer. Fun fact. Archeron, the Ever Chosen is the 13th Ever Chosen of Chaos. I have no idea what that means.
I found the Salt Cow.
Yeah?
Aw, why can't I send it to you?
Is it a video? Oh, there it is. Open in browser. Oh, why is it so big?
I don't know.
There you go, chat. Have the Salt Cow while I read these. Channeling V. A bukake of arch noises. No. Lou, we don't talk about the Age of Sigmar. It's just sad. What's the Age of Sigmar?
Nothing.
Okay. Krieger, yes, very sad. Rip Queen Head Tacker. You're gone but not forgotten. Sad sad budgel noises. Nerdy text an account. How much do we need to pay for Arch Pony? I mean, Arch already has a pony.
There are already arch ponies. This is true.
If you meet,
Depends what you want Arch Pony to do.
If you want me to get him a reactive PNG, like with his Andy and Lele avatar, $50, I'll get him one. So then I can control when he uses it. And I'll send it to him. Doubt he'll ever use it. But whenever he's on stream and he's misbehaving, I'll switch it over. Yeah, $50, I'll get him a pony reactive. Xylon Doppelganger? I would never know how to pronounce your name. Women love horses because riding them No. I just like horses because they're pretty.
Riding them, yes.
They're pretty. Animated acumen. Arch out of context. OnlyFans kids. OnlyFans. Wait, God help me. That's still my favorite out of context clip.
I see no reason why children shouldn't do OnlyFans.
Arch.
Listen, it didn't used to be a whoring platform. It used to be for things for like music and stuff.
Yes, it used to be the Patreon alternative, but now whores have taken it over. Now that's the only thing that it's known for. Heck,
yeah,
even
that doesn't mean that little Timmy couldn't play the trombone on it.
At this point, Subscribestar has a more like not whore base than OnlyFans does. Discordia continued RP when poor Scrazzle want new pew pew.
Scrazzle.
Was this from your old Skaven RP?
Yes.
Okay. When that one crash and burn.
We have Puggles. Puggles was the friend that nobody ever accepted.
The Puggles. What was that? Was that the little character that the comic you showed us on Archcast a couple months ago?
There were many characters like him. Puggles was but one of them. There was also I think Scrazzle was the summoned rat that also tried to assassinate Hans by drinking poison in his stomach.
Huh.
Puggles.
Is there anywhere I could watch the old Skaven RP, or was this off-stream Skaven RP?
Oh, yeeted off the internet for all eternity.
I see.
All you can see now are the sad remnants of its passing.
I will yap at Discordia later about it.
Or is it still on my channel? I don't remember.
Mercenary X21, yeah, Bessie is fat, happy, salt cow is back.
Oh,
I love her.
It is still on my channel. Never mind.
Well, yay. Mythical Fool, yes, learn of our ratness, yes. Marksman of 1117B, here for the fluffy cheeks, fluff that fur. Mechanicus on duty, first 5 towards Arch Pony. The pony shall infest the internet like Skaven infest the underways. Puggles and Sandoom, Puggles is best. Also share Necromancer to Lumi.
Here, better yet, LumLum can read some of our comics. Here, I'll send you this comic. Read that comic. It's a fun little comic.
Okay. Oh, I like this art style. Are they just sitting at a war camp? Looks like they are.
I love how muscular they are, too.
What?
I love how muscular the fucking Skaven are.
They're very muscular. Is there a reason, or is it just you wanted the muscular Skaven?
Oh, I did not do any of this. This was I think, was it Dan who just drew these?
Is English your second language, Lumi? No, I'm just an idiot. It is Weak Head Taker and Boo You Gil. See, words are hard, but I'm just stupid. So leave me alone. Oh, the halt you there. What business do you have with Friend? We have businesses with Portmaster. These two very important to finishing business squeak. Business from Portmaster. Sure, squeak. Oh, I love that they squeak a lot. You question me, squeak. Methinks you let us through. We think you give donation to guard retirement fund if want to be let through. Portmaster's important business. Maybe you go ask Garrison Commander about what our group has done for Garrison Retirement Fund, squeak. Oh, I can only imagine how angry the little squeaks sound. Or is it actual rat squeaks, or do they just say squeak?
They just say squeak.
I love them. Garrison Commander, Portmaster, many lofty friends, yes, squeak. We do have many lofty friends, yes, squeak. Tell me, what is your name? Are you threatening Officer of Watch, squeak? Show them we are how we say we are, squeak. Oh, I love this. I am white. Let us pass. Who is that?
See, in Skaven society, the Grey Seers, the High Priest class, are all grey-furred, as in white. So when he reveals that he is indeed white, they respect him. And then Lumi fucking died.
No, kiddo got home from school.
Committed suicide.
No, not today. Maybe I'll do it live on stream.
It would get views.
Yes,
and then YouTube will take it down.
Okay. I like this little comic. Who is the artist?
Dan.
Dan? Do I know Dan? Can I kidnap him?
No. I own Dan. He's one of the people like Sargon that I will never allow you to see.
But why? I give
Because
Dan money.
You couldn't afford Dan. It's too big of a whore.
He's too big of a whore? Then you would think that I would be able to afford him. You just don't want to share.
That's also true.
Oh my god, did my stream die?
Rum.
What?
I don't know. Did you kill your stream? Stop it.
No. I don't think so.
It would be kind of funny if you got a hate strike for this. White. Yeah.
Stream is fine. Okay, all of you guys who are saying F, did stream die? Mexican internets? I'm like,
no, they were just effing because you went silent. I was looking at you too, like, did LumLum die?
No.
LumLum did die.
Just, got home from school. Okay. Great horror.
You should go. Ask child what child did at school. Show child puggles.
Oh, look at this. Why is this so cute? Speak Puggles. Is Puggles a pig?
No, he's a pug. God.
Oh, well, the ears look like little piggy ears when shaken.
He was a very rotund pug.
He is so cute. Oh. Oh, it's so cute.
See, we have many comics like these. I was thinking of trying to make like little shorts out of these comics back, but shorts weren't a thing back then. Now, though, that shorts are a thing, maybe we will have to make proper shorts again.
Oh lord, this
Maybe.
one's sideways. Why is this one sideways, Arch?
Because that's the way the artist made it. Suffer.
Ugh. I will fix this.
Crank your head.
I will fix this image and then I will pull it up on screen. And no, I'm not gonna fix it in the Twitter sense.
Puddles did also drive the boat the party had. That is correct, Sandum. He did. He was a good dog.
Save. There we go. Now fixed. Alright, chat, I will read these ones out for you as well. Oh, who's the old dude? He looks kind.
He's not. That's Kibbs's character.
This is Kibs' character, I see.
Yep. It's Coconut, pre-transition.
Next time I yap at Kibbs, I'm gonna have to ask about his various Skavens. Well, his various characters, but this Skaven specifically, because now I'm curious. A small brown rat appears on top of your outstretched arm and squeaks inquisitively at you. Goddamn words. So, is this little mouse just appearing from the warp?
Yes, it's one of his magical abilities, to summon a rat familiar.
I want to summon a rat. Oh, that is so cute. Sandoom, oh, one of my favorite moments in the entire Skaven RP. Oh, hello, my little friend. A party's trust in Carl's magic abilities. Why are they? Do they not trust his magic abilities?
Magic in the Warhammer world has a nasty habit of going boom.
Oh, I see. I need you to go behind that door and tell me if you see any scary large monsters, Squeak. I do not want to be eaten, Squeak. It's so cute.
I enjoy how it goes plop, squeak. Plop, squeak.
It's so cute. Nothing scary, Massa. Only friends. I love this art style. Hand over Dan. Is he in the server? I will get somebody to fetch him for me. What do you mean, friend? Why is he so mean?
Well, the poor little rat doesn't understand.
Oh.
The poor little rat's intelligence is severely limited.
Once again, the task is done. I have braved the trials and tribulations to serve my master. Great from Safor. Yet once again, instead of an ounce of praise, I revolve back into betrayal. I am cast away into doom for nothing less than absolute relentless servitude. I see the jaws of... words. See the jaws of
These are more English words than LumLum has ever seen.
Yes, yes it is. Rapacious? What's that word, Arch?
Rapacious.
Rapacious.
Hungry.
I've heard the word, I've never seen it spelled out. Shut up, chat! I know I can't read. I see the jaws of the rapacious one, as I am sentenced to endure the punishment from this wicked perversion of justice. As I am devoured by the beast, my own kin, ravaged by the madness of this wrong world, no ill thought holds me. As I am punished into the throat of my judge and executioner, I now understand this vicious cycle. I have gained the acumen of immortality. And as the acids of his innards burn me, I now embrace my everlasting nature. This was the rat that poisoned his... I see. Odious... I know this word. I've seen it before.
Adjudicator?
Yes. Adjudicator. You bear the curse of curses. The inescapableness of the mortal coil? That's a word. That's a big word. I have not seen that word. And I smile as I remind you, is poison. How often does this little rat do this to Kibbs's character?
The poor rat was punished for many mistakes that was not truly his. But they forgot that he had been given a vial of poison earlier in the campaign. It was still in the rat's inventory, so when Hans's character ate the rat to punish him again, he simply unbottled the poison inside of his stomach.
You know, this entire thing is so sad. But this specifically, where he's just holding the poor little rat. It's so sad. Why does he eat him? Is it just how he stores him away for later? Or is
No.
He's just mean?
This is punishment. He fetched a rat. He had been instructed to fetch the valuable thing, but to a rat, what is and is not valuable is slightly different.
Hold on. Kibbs. Why was your Skaven so mean to the little rat? Frowny face. Okay. I now ask Kibbs why he's so mean to his little rat. Dev was the one to eat the fat rat, huh? Why is everybody a rat eater? Were you one?
No, I was the GM. I did nothing.
Oh yeah, you just got to sit back, look pretty, and torment your friends.
I am an incredibly kind GM.
You know, I can't really say anything because I haven't heard your GM abilities. I only listened to the one with Sargon, you, V, and Dev. That one with the one with the vampires.
Incredibly generous GM.
Sally, that's right. He was very kind. Well, you guys are going to have to send me the Skaven RP so I can listen, so then I at least know how ours might be when we eventually do ours. But he'd probably turn into a mean, just because LumLum doesn't know shit about RP. Let's see, let's go through some of these super chats, and then we will continue with the Great Horned Rats. Okay. Age of Sigmar is World of Warcraft post Wrath of the Lich King wearing Warhammer fantasy skin. Yeah, I see.
It's a sad thing.
I already read that one. Mr. Twisted Frenzy. No Arts. The little rat familiar was named Sausage. Ah, derpy little Sausage. I miss him.
Sausage. Yeah, but Puggles was Puggle. Sausage was Sausage.
Pryhead, when is Dinko getting a Minotaur husbando?
But she gotta be a summoner.
Animated acumen, pass the artist spit roaster around. Yeah, sure, share the artist, Arch. I want to give him money. Krieger, YouTube doesn't like me accusing Lumi of being a Mexican. Well, you can't accuse me of what's true. Sandoom, Puggles also drove the boat the party had. The little
He
fat
did.
pug
He was a
could
very
drive?
good captain.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mercenary, also Arch will love Hunter the parenting your humor. I still need to watch that before our next stream, and there's a couple other videos that I would love to hear Arch's thoughts on. One of them I already watched on my channel, but it's a nice little sit and think type of video. I think it's a longer version of it. It's called Stupidity is More Dangerous Than Evil. You know, I would love to hear Arch's little thoughts on that.
Sounds reductivist. Sounds like I'll disagree.
If you disagree, then I'm gonna be very worried about you. Father Jack the Enlightened. Arch, how much feet did Lumi have to lick to get you? I didn't. The only thing that I had to do was I said that he'd have me play Victoria too.
And that was a waste as well, because I feel like, oh, good, I'll get to teach a woman about economics. This chance will never come again. And then a few days afterwards, Mal shows up next to my bed at 9 in the morning and goes, hey, I know you're asleep, but can we play Victoria too?
Well, you're free to switch out the game to something else, Arch.
Oh, good. Let's see if I can find. They released a new furry game recently.
Oh no. Shit. Sandoom.
Yeah, shouldn't have offered.
Shut up. The rat got fatter and fatter as the RP went on.
Yeah, because that's funny. Little sausage all around. Don't worry though, Sausage was immortal. Like, he couldn't die.
Archcat make craft a season 2 for Skaven campaign. Yes, yes. Much laughs and giggles were had. Fish may also come along. Will good Skaven fodder. Sujad, thank you for being a member for 2 months. American education system or Latinx IQ levels? I'm just not the brightest crayon in the box. I'm bad at breaking down new words I've never seen before. Because even though, like, sometimes I see a word that I'm just like, okay, I know how to pronounce that. Pronounce it correctly in my little old head here. But then I will just say it so wrong, then I get embarrassed. And then I try to break it down and it sounds even worse. It's a bad habit I have. Damn it, LumLum, taking English class? No. Or Turk if I was Dev who ate sausage. No, I gotta tell him to stop. Mr. Twisted Frenzy, second Skaven RP with LumLum, yes, yes. I mean, I'd never say no. Sandoom, I sent Lumi Necromancer pic on Discord.
The Necromancer.
Let me take a look-see. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, she is adorable. This is the Necromancer is made from a joke from the Skaven RP.
The Necromancer.
Ben, LumLum, the rat things no man things squeaks are challenge difficult to read speak. Rat has small tiny brain, tiny think stuff, sad crying squeaks. You know? Maybe I judge the Skaven too quickly.
See, LumLum should come around along for vampire. We can teach LumLum about National Socialism on the fly.
National Sol. I don't want to learn about National Socialism.
Too bad.
God damn it. The Great Horned Rat's ex-girlfriend. Huh. You doing Hunter the Parenting? Question mark. Next stream of me tormenting Arch with various things I want him to watch. It is...
was not yet installed. Dwarves and men both had crafted a monumental bronze bell. It was unthinkable to finish the work before the crown jewel was in place, and yet lifting it all the way to the top seemed hopeless. And then, one day, a stranger arrived. A man hooded and cowled that claimed that he could finish the edifice, and all he asked in return was that he be allowed to write a dedication to the gods on the bell once it was in place. A preposterous statement, surely. The men and dwarves both had spent hundreds of years on this, and now this stranger arrives and claims that he'll get it done in a day. And yes, well, he wasn't asking for much, and if he could somehow do it, then what reason was there to complain? This was a time of legends, after all, of incredibly powerful wizards and remarkable feats of engineering. This was when the Dwarven Empire was at the height of their power, rivaled only by the High Elves, who controlled vast stretches of the earth. So if some stranger arrived one day and claimed to be able to do the impossible, this would be the age in which they just might. And so a deal was struck, and one single night later, the masterpiece of engineering stood completed, with the bell affixed firmly at its very summit. Of the stranger, there was no sign, but presumably he had already taken his payment and left, seemingly uninterested in gazing upon his achievement. The populace of the city, however, were far more enthusiastic. Rushing towards the temple, they suddenly came up short, stopping in their footsteps as the great bell on the top began to ring. At first there was celebration. Not only was it mounted, it was fully installed and functional. The bell rang once, and twice, and thrice, to cheers and jubilation in the town below. 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. The din was now growing tremendous. Could a mere bronze bell create such reverberations? 7, 8, 9. The very ground began to shake and crack open. People were bending over, clasping their hands to their ears to drown out the din. 10, 11, 12, 13, and the entire tower cracked and splintered down the middle, sending showers of broken masonry scattering across the town, killing dozens, and yet miraculously, or perhaps that is not quite the correct word, the tower remained standing. No one could now climb it. It was far too unsafe. It might collapse at any moment. Reaching the bell seemed a fool's errand, and no one was quite so brave as to try, especially as the skies themselves, just like the tower, cracked open and unleashed a deluge of strange, stinking black rain, cloying and choking. The survivors retreated to their houses, well-built, solid stone houses, and figured they would simply outlast the storm. Surely this was a freak incident, perhaps after effect of the magic wrought to establish the towering monolith now seemingly leaning ominously over their proud city. The rain didn't stop. The once fertile farmlands outside, covered in endless fields of wheat, grew heavy and dark, rotting or blackening. The fertility of the very land itself seemed under assault, as the rain clung to the crops. Some tried to leave, but despite its weird, sticky tendencies, the rain also seeped into the ground with unseemly ease, turning every road into a quagmire. Even a man on foot could barely struggle through knee-depth sucking mud that tore at legs and slipped boots from feet effortlessly. And anything heavier, beasts of burden, oxes, horses, carts, all sank irrecoverably into the filth. And the water, if such a word is applicable, seemed to get everywhere, sneaking its way in through even the tiniest of crevices, filling houses, infecting...
Okay, so all this only affected this area, it seems. Anything within those walls, right?
It's affected the entire area. That's why they're now known as the Blighted Marshes.
I see. Man, see, this is why you can't have nice things, like houses or life, sustainability even.
Life.
A life.
Also, this was probably edited by Disco, by the way.
Well, Disco, if this one was done by you, you did really good with the editing. I like the transition between pictures.
humans and rendering food inedible. By the time the populace realized what was happening, any attempt to leave, much less a mass evacuation, was thoroughly unachievable. In the desperate situation, the populace turned towards the only source of salvation they could think of, their ancient dwarven allies. They lived beneath the ground in enormous cavernous halls. They had stored up as much, if not more, food supplies than the humans above ground, and they must be insulated against the water. They hadn't emerged from their dugout ever since the rains began, however. They had not offered aid, they had not offered food, they had not offered shelter. The officials of the town went to their gates and petitioned for entry, but no answer was forthcoming. Repeated petitions were made, and yet nothing. Their allies had abandoned them. Their dwarves had locked themselves in their caves and caverns, and were even now, no doubt, feasting on the hard-won food that the humans had grown. Angus quickly began to flare and rise, until the humans, now quickly running out of any further options, picked up what pitiful weapons they had, pitchforks and scythes, and chopped down the few trees that still remained alive to form battering rams with which to beat down the gates of the dwarven forts. And even when the boom, boom, boom of repeated impacts was sent shivering down the underground halls, no response came. No dwarven envoys emerged to ask what the hell the humans were doing. No bolts or quarrels let forth from massively concealed defensive positions. The humans slowly, very slowly, hammered down the gates, smashing them off their hinges, and once they entered into what they would have presumed to be well-lit, sumptuous underground halls, they entered into darkness. Darkness and dust and desolation. Nervous now, gripping pitchforks and improvised weaponry in sweaty hands, the humans pushed further down into the darkness, expecting at any moment to see lights, to hear something, to hear the sounds of the dwarves' pickaxes, which had so cheerfully reverberated through these halls mere months before. And now, nothing. When the humans finally did find something, it was not salvation. It was gates seemingly barred and yet broken open. It was rooms littered with debris and skeletal remains, of broken axes, of torn armor, and gnawed bones. So stunned were the humans that they did not even notice that the seeming eternal silence had finally been broken by the sounds of tiny, skittering claws on the rock, by chittering, and the impenetrable darkness all around them was now filled with millions of tiny, little, glittering, malicious red eyes, reflected in the pitiful torchlight of the humans, as the new masters of Kavzar closed in all around them. And so ends the Chilean poem, also known as The Curse of Kavzar. And this may sound like a mere fantasy, right? A silly superstition.
Man, it's like, if this was made into an actual animation, that would be absolutely fucking horrifying. Just to see millions of little eyes shortly at, like, just... I don't know, granted, traveling in any underground building, whether it's in the Warhammer universe or not, to just complete silence is horrifying in itself. You expect it to be full of life, full of, like, you know, people, and it's just absolutely empty, dark, nothing. I don't know, it's one of those things where, oh, what's it called? The thought escapes me, but just, I don't know, I could see this being a very good animation opportunity, honestly. This is why I like how my brain works, because I have it just playing out in my head as Arch is yapping. Granted, that's most when Arch either retells something or tells a story. Just like, oh, look at a movie's playing. I wish it would stop. Also, I think
Well, why?
when you start talking about a dev crop dusting over people, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Why?
Because it's icky!
I don't understand your weird obsession with this. Why
What?
did you even bring this up? Why did you bring this up? Why are you like Dev shitting on people? I don't understand.
You brought this up last week.
Stop. It was last week. Not now. I don't understand.
Sucker for Love callback, yes. Hey, the Sucker for Love streams were absolutely amazing. I enjoyed it. Woman can't argument resorts to screaming. Yes. Stretch. Yuck. Yuck.
It bears striking resemblances, for example, to certain Norscan myths, or even ones from other timelines, perhaps. Not to mention the strange interference of this man, wizard, traveling, mysterious individual, the eradication of an entire civilization overnight, the seemingly absurd cohabitation between dwarves and humans, bearing in mind again that humans at this point in the old world itself were little more than fur-clad barbarians. Not to mention that with the War of Vengeance raging nearby, you'd think the dwarves of Kavzar would have something better to do than to build a tower with their pets. The whole thing seems easy to disregard as a simple...
This looks like a little panther. Looks like a little panther
not.
mixed in with the little rats.
It's a rat.
Look at the facial structure looks feline, but it could just be with the movement of the image as well. But no, it looks like a little panther. It'd just be a funny little misshape of the face.
warning tale. Telea, after all, is one of relatively few human nations that fully recognize and understand the glory of Skavendom, and jealously fear the rightful masters of the over- and underworld. But there exists a second version of the poem, not written in Telea, a poem that might actually be the original text from which the Telean poem itself drew inspiration. This one is written in Khazalid, the language of the dwarves, and is titled The Doom That Came to Kavzar. This is a far more reliable accounting, for the dwarves rarely make this sort of nonsense up. They tally every last grudge, and this is a particularly vast one. Furthermore, it also provides a more detailed description of events. In the Khazalid version, the rains did not come alone. They brought with them pestilence, storms, and rats, which snuck into storehouses and devoured food, attacked people and animals. Anyone who attempted to leave could do so, but they would need to ride into a tempestuous storm, seemingly surrounding their town. Anyone who left never returned. No matter whom, no matter the size of the party, they were simply just swept up. In this tale, too, there were other, far more unnatural dangers as well. Plague descended upon the city of an unnatural variant. Fire fell from the very sky itself. Even the huddled masses of the populace were twisted. Babies were born with strangely elongated appendages, with tufts of fur or snout-like protrusions in their faces. In this tale, too, the humans turned to the dwarves for succor, and in this tale, too, they were refused. But the dwarven side of the story here is that they did not do so out of cruelty. They did so because they were not in any position to help anyone. Their own deep wells were tainted, their own food stores gnawed and reduced by vermin, and, more poignant than all the other mentions of verminous intruders, is that of rats the size and gait of men, who seemingly streamed up from the forgotten depths beneath the dwarven halls, and overran the dwarven defenders. They shut their gates to the humans, not to keep them out, but to keep the Skaven in. And the humans themselves, too, were assaulted by the furred fiends. The dwarves opened their gates, and the two ancient allies fought together to the death, back to back, in the ever-diminishing holdouts of the vast underground tunnels and forts of the dwarves, until finally the last Dawi fell next to the last man, to become food for the chittering horrors that now stalked the dark. Again, it would be simple to simply dismiss this as yet another fairy tale story, but for the mentions of the Skaven in particular, but for the mention of the stranger with seemingly unimaginable magical powers, but for the 13 rings of the bell, but for the simple fact, of course, that this story perfectly represents the behavior and the ideology of the Horned Rat, to turn friend upon friend, to gnaw away at civilization through means of subterfuge and infiltration, of terror, and of slow degradation. Now even I, a Skaven scholar as I am, admit that there is no truly firm evidence of any of this. How, after all, could the Horned Rat walk amongst us as a mere mortal, presuming he was any such thing? He clearly managed to present himself to the populace of this city in such a way that did not awaken any immediate fear or distrust, but surely such deception is a mere parlor trick to a god, right? And it's not like ascendancy is an unheard of thing. How many thousands of Chaos champions head north every year, hoping to be given just that very gift, to be raised up in the ranks of their pantheon? It may simply be that whomever or whatever the Horned Rat once was simply a far more ambitious champion, someone that did not wish to merely become some deity's tool, but had found some way to tap into the Immaterium itself, through forgotten lore, through a ritual of incredible power, one that also, of course, needed a tremendous sacrifice, like, oh.
So do the events of, you know, like what happened with that town, city, whatever. Does that happen semi-often? Or
I have decided to launch a lawsuit against LumLum for, like, I see now the problem with reaction streams. We're kind of just listening to this video and it's making me upset now.
Arch. Because I like, for me specifically, I like listening to at least a decent part of it, and I'm like, okay, is it this, this, and this? Or my guess is this, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then 3 seconds later, it's like, oh, it's this. It's like, oh, so I guessed correctly, that type of thing. But also, videos like this, at least, like, you know, specifically long lore videos and shit, I understand that it obviously is not the best reaction content because you're just listening to a story be told to you. There's not...
Tell it to my lawyer.
Arch.
Yeah.
Shut up. Anyways.
Yeah.
Lore...
Is this domestic abuse, chat?
No, it's not domestic abuse because I'm not, like, you know, hitting you. And plus, we don't live together. We have nothing to do with each other besides, you know, being cohorts, friends, shit like that. So that's not domestic abuse.
I'm not abusing him. I'm not in his house.
Exactly.
This is a fairly unique event in the world of Warhammer. Entire little villages and fortified places being wiped off the map is pretty rare. There are rape demons that do that, but usually in swamps, and they don't create, you know, rats afterwards. So no, this is pretty unusual. Yep.
I see. And also, like, this is kind of why I like listening to hours-long lore videos in my free time while I'm doing other stuff. It's like watching the little shorts that you guys send me, or even looking at these silly little pictures. Like medieval rats unlocking the gold skin after killing 25 million Europeans. Now that's cute. That's funny. I like the little rat. I think Skaven should be able to change their fur color after they kill X amount of people.
Well, there are black rats. There are white rats, too.
Oh, I love Korean artists. Look at them.
That is Skaven. Correct.
They're so cute. Oh yeah, I think I've showed you the Lo-Fi Skaven channel, right?
Probably, but I probably ignored it. That was a lot of auto-completing feet there.
So if you want to take a break from your ASMR, you could just bring up the relaxing Skaven beats.
Nah, because it's made by Fat Shark and they're Swedish, and I hate Swedish people.
Just because they're Swedish?
Yeah.
I see. Did they send me anything else? Boris Toddbringer versus Skaven. How's this?
I will be, you know what? I will go to hell before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages. I'm done, I'm pissed, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. Let me tell you something, you filthy traitors in the government, you pieces of crap. You are the most degenerate, twisted twisted, mentally ill people I've ever seen wanting to gang rape this republic. You people are enemies, and we're gonna get your asses, and we know what you're up to, and we're coming for you.
Deep under the world, they chitter and plan. Watching, waiting.
Come on over here. Come on over here. No, you flipped me off. Come on, coward. No. Come on. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
Just
I
why?
need to watch more Alex Jones.
I don't know why the little fat rat image is just the most sad, pathetic little thing I have ever seen. I am entertained by literally anything. So just send me moving PNGs of this and I will be entertained for hours. Yeah, my Discord hasn't sent me much on... Are there, like, just as much Skaven stuff as there is for either of the sisters? Because y'all didn't send me shit in Discord. I don't know.
I sent you a sort of kind of Skaven. Be happy.
Sort of, kind of Skaven. This just looks like a...
Well, it's got a tail. It's got ears.
Not a Skaven.
It's eating somebody's food. I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, yeah. Chat wants to know about the... Where is it? Skaven women. You think you heard LumLum Jr. in the background? Possibly. Rats, we are the rats. Oh, so that's where that came from? I always heard rats, we are the rats, but I always thought it was from something else. Then Lumi Jiggling Keys got it? Yes. Do you guys have anything that you want me and Arch to watch that is semi-Skaven related at least, that isn't one of Arch's videos? Lore accurate Skaven women?
They're fat. They're not that. That's Gunnar Skaven women.
This looks like a piece of art that you'd commission, Arch.
No. My Skaven women are white.
That's the only difference?
Look, I'll send that to you. Look, white Skaven women. My Skaven women are filled with taste, proper execution.
I don't know. Like you said, this one isn't white, though.
I have a surprising amount of furry art that chat has made me commission over the years. It's kind of Skaven-y.
What
This one, you squeeze chocolate ice cream out of Freddy's ass.
This isn't thumbnail art. Why did he get this made?
Because I told chat, you give me $500 and I'll have it made. And they asked for $2.
Oh my
So, there we
fucking
go.
god. It's like... I've seen some of the cursed art that Kibs gets, but Jesus Christ! This is... Oh, did Bucky misfund these?
No, the chat did this all by themselves.
I mean, Bucky is sometimes part of chat.
No, Bucky is enemy of chat.
Been a while since I've seen Bucky. I hope he's doing well.
Okay. I found a second Skaven comic that had wandered its way into my thumbnail folder for some reason.
Gotta manage your folders a bit better. Oh, look at Puggles! Oh. Is that sausage in the corner?
It may be. Yes, it is. It is sausage.
Bucky is a fed. I see. He's busy not getting fired. Will Puggles and sausage. Let's see, let me make this readable for chit chat. What are they? Oh, are they just luring people down there? This little dude. He's doing absolutely nothing to contribute, but he's trying his best.
That's Disco's character.
Disco, I already love your character. I don't know anything about them, but they're already perfect. Partly lowers Frittata down. Gray rat weak. Not pull well squeak. What black rat mean squeak? Mean squeak. Gray seer blessed by horned god. Pathetic gray seer. See gnarl mighty. Big arm squeak. Gnarl deluded squeak. Oh. They let go. Oh, your baby's a hairless rat? Oh. No, gnarl strong. Carl blind squeak. Carl stronger, obviously squeak. Guys. Wait, what were we doing, squeak? Gnarl forgot, squeak. Oh, poor Disco. Dying noises. Stabbing noises. Who were they lowering down and why? Is it just a death pit?
No, they were lowering Ratata down, which was that a character or was that one of their pets? I don't fucking remember anymore. But they started flexing at each other whilst gripping the rope. And at one point I remember like, guys, it's cool you're flexing, but who's holding the rope? And they were like, not me. Not me. Oh. Disco is pulled into the hole.
Oh, they were lowering Dev's character.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so the players were Disco, Dev, you, DM, Kibs.
Coconut. And Hans.
Coconut. Hans. Who's that?
Hans.
I don't think I met Hans.
Ant.
Ants.
Also known as ketchup.
I don't know that one. Well, nothing of value was lost. No, we lost Disco. She's of value. Ketchup. Wait, hold on. Kibs told me about Ketchup. Okay, I know who that is now.
Yeah. Ketchup.
Let me read the super chats. You do Hunt to the Parenting. We already did that one. Mechanicus on duty. No mention of Nyamasu. A sad
Nyamasu.
prone model. Mercenary. I still haven't forgotten Arch for the Fryling Dev. I mean, Flying Dev?
Propelled through the skies by his own shit.
Ugh. Trevor N. He hates all Swedes except Sabaton. Fair enough. Animate Acumen, Rat Press. You don't press the rats, you hold them gently. Pet them even. Mercenary, Arch's Skaven women is the best kind of women.
That's true.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't gone down the body pillow route. Be like, okay, body pillows, buy them. Money. Ratmaster Packlord. Happy for the rat content. If you ever need another co-host sometime, would love to join in on the madness. Oh yeah, go ahead. You could just join my Discord. You can join the other Warhammer Autistics that I have in there. And towards the end of the stream, I will put up a poll for what we do next week. We can either start the chapters week, where we talk about some of the chapters of Space Marines. We can talk about any of the Chaos Gods. We could talk about really anything.
You could have a pony body pillow chat.
No.
Just don't carve any suspicious holes into it.
War Turkify, Archfierce chat. Arch use a LumLum as fish sealed. And then I'll always pronounce it like the Pokemon Rattata, but it's Rattata. Rattata.
It probably was
Thanks,
Rattata.
Dev.
It was difficult to make Dev roleplay. We had to abduct him and tickle torture him at one point.
Oh. Disco, what'd you send me? RLM.
Rat lives matter.
Rat lives matter. Oh, look, Squeak. Good armor. Properly tested. This rat looks like an elephant with how the face is drawn.
Good armor, properly tested, yes.
Oh,
Nyamasu.
it's so cute. Jeez, these are from 2021. Dear Lord. Ah, yes. Your arch pony.
He looks so conceited.
He does. You know, Boog, I know you're in chat. You can always just, like, if you get a, cutie markless pony like this, just ask Arch to give you the N-word. So you could just slap it on there via Photoshop. And be perfect. You should just get a PNG of your cutie mark. Just so people can just slap it on things.
It's just an N. I don't know if you can make a PNG out of just an N. It's an N.
You can ask your pony artist to just draw the cutie mark by itself. That's what my artist did.
A fucking pony artist. Well, actually, I do, Rosal him, but he's too important for this kind of stuff.
I will ask my pony artist to draw the cutie mark, and then I'll send it to Boog.
Of course you have a pony artist.
Yes, I do have a pony
Generous.
artist.
Oh.
My pony artist makes some cute art. So shut up.
Degenerate.
How is it degenerate?
Filthy.
Filthy. How?
Degenerate.
No.
Shameful.
Heck, I just got this one done the other day. Look how cute and angry she is.
I see. You presented yourself in a suggestive position there.
She was
Why'd you
caught
do
in a net.
Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this to us? I don't understand.
Shut up, Arch. Question: when Alicorn Princess Barch Pony? I'm sure if you give Archly enough money, he will make himself a pretty princess. Jesus Christ. I also have this one of her just kind of grooving out. She's very cute. I love her so much.
Have you considered seeking help for your deviancies?
Therapy is expensive, and my medication that I should probably be on is too expensive.
Ah. That does explain several things.
Oh, shut up. It's okay. My chat is my antidepressant. Granted, with the foot comments, I think it's starting to be a side effect of man. I don't know anymore. Shouldn't be a
We should
Kelpie.
go through
since
some
you-
of Boog's art for you.
Shouldn't it be a Kelpie since you are a mermaid VTuber? I have a land pony version and I have sea pony version. So don't worry, I got both sides covered. It's okay. Fine, I will bring up some of the shit that Boog has made recently. I know Boog has sent me some Arch Pony and Sargon Pony. Oh, it's a horrifying sight to behold, but I will share with chat. Boog, where art thou? There you are. Oh yeah, Boog also made this one. There you go, you get a brown foot by your face, Arch.
LumLum. Did you ask for this? You
No, I
fucking
did.
weirdo.
I did not.
Absolute deviant.
I didn't do shit.
Oh yeah, you just happen to have this very specific thing that you would like.
Boog sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, have Arch Pony and Sargon Pony.
I don't know if I'd buy that.
I know, there's also this one where you look like the bottom.
That's Ride Mechanics on duty. Why is Lumi pushing her fetishes in others? That's a good question. Why is she doing this?
Is that Arch and Sargon? Yes, it is Arch and Sargon.
What kind of sick, twisted shit is this?
Boog. Boog created it.
I don't know about that. I think you asked him to.
I did not. Arch Pony is looking really gay. He's looking submissive. That's for sure. Hold on. Disco said something earlier. Something about a portrait from the Skaven RP. Your portrait from the Skaven RP? The fuck is your portrait from the Skaven RP?
Ah, Porter, I was a DM.
Did you just slap on that N right now, Boog?
There you go. And then,
It's perfect.
there you go. All problems solved.
Oh, Arch, what's this? The Incredible Journey Autistic Skaven Edition?
You're probably too fetus-like to remember the incredible journey.
I mean, I know the Incredible Journey, but I'm just like, is this a video that you made? Or is this just a silly little thing?
That was the that was one of the Skaven IPs. I think this one is long gone, but they started out in the mountains, scared, alone, and frozen. And there was the
Aw.
incredible journey to get back home.
Oh, they look adorable. I like the fat one with the glasses. It was a cat portrait that Arch used. I see. Oh, hello,
Probably
Alex
Arch
Adamson.
used.
On the topic of squeaking things, have you both seen the woolly mice? The company that made them, Colossus, whatever, brought the direwolves back from extinction. Oh yeah, I've seen that, and also I've also been seeing that they aren't, a direwolves. They just share about 14 phenotypes, but there's still, it's close enough. Welcome back, direwolves.
I would like for us to have woolly mice.
We do have woolly mice now.
Wow. I don't have them.
I'm sure one day they will be in pet stores everywhere. Would you get yourself a woolly mice?
So, why haven't we interbred women with animals yet? If we're doing this, why not? That's the cat. Yeah, I remember the arch cat there. Look at him.
This looks like old wise Arch Cat. Now we just have Cocky. Now I just have Cocky Archcat. This is so cute. The poor little Skavens. Oh, it's adorable. All aboard the great cab squeak.
I don't even remember half of these.
Fish leather armor is best leather armor. Yes, squeak. Did he just shove himself into a fish?
I don't remember. It's been years. I don't even recall. My memory. All I remember is Poggles and sausage. And Zufor. Poor Zufor.
Who's the four?
Zufor was their friend that they betrayed repeatedly.
I see.
They treated him poorly.
Poor little rat. It's
Why is it tied up like that?
because they don't trust him.
Oh, I found more fan art. My god, where was this all this time? Lost.
Was it just lost in other folders, Arch?
Yes.
I see. Oh, hi, Tano. How are you? It's been a while. Skaven don't have friends?
Friends.
I don't know. It's like they'd have to get along somehow, right? Or do they just deal with each other?
They mostly just deal with each other.
Yeah, I see. Yes,
God.
evolution. Skaven
Damn it.
inspired. What?
Boo, get out of the way. No, I'd found art and I had sent it, but Boog had been sending me N-word ponies. Now it's lost for eternity as I've clicked away from the folder.
Jeez.
Never to be found ever again.
By the way,
Oh,
steal
wait.
Mizu for next week? Why are the femboys stealing each other? Why are you taking him? But no, that's fine. Have fun with Mizu. It's a Sean.
Yes, revolution, blood, death, retribution.
Oh, is this more AI art? Is this AI songs, or is this an actual song?
You'll find out when you get copyright
Oh.
claimed.
Human-made AI assisted.
Ah.
I see, like it. AI music is improving a lot. AI slap sounds like AI. Bunch of Germans yelling repo. Oh, that one was fun. Boris versus Skaven. Man, there's just as much Skaven content as there is for Sisters of Battle and Sisters of Silence.
More of the Skaven are better.
More Skaven are better. It's like, with how much people love Skaven, there's not a lot. Colm dropped a new 40k song about the guard. Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that earlier. I really like Colm's stuff. Oh, more rat. Strange, I don't remember feeling these arrows in my backpack, Squeak. Go, Puggles. There's nothing there, Squeak.
Oh, they tried to use Puggles as an improvised minesweeper. Poor Puggles.
Why? Moshi Moshi, Rat Goddess.
That's right. This was after he had had his nose mutated into two. He had two noses.
Why do you have two noses?
Sniffed a little bit too much warpstone, I think.
I see.
That was in another RP, but I gave them an amulet. The amulet was called the 13 Buttholed Rat. Or
What?
the rat with 13 buttholes.
Why?
Oh, because it was a living amulet. So the amulet told the person who picked it up, I am the rat with 13 buttholes. I'm very good at mutating stuff. After which, the clever clog in question asked the amulet to prove it. And then they grew another tail.
Jeez. Oh, thank you, guys. What the fuck is this abomination?
The Hell Pit Abomination.
This is the Hell Pit Abomination? Or one of the
Yeah.
Hell Pit Abominations?
There are many like it.
Are they just grafted together like that? Or is it just a horrible mutation of multiple bodies?
A little bit of grafting, a little bit of mutation. Clan Morse is very good at making these things.
I see. Oh, thank you for all the shorts, you guys. Thank you, Ben.
Chief, important message call from fat, disgusting ogres over the far squeaker. Yes, put them on line call. Maybe that fool Greasus finally wants to return my lawnmower he borrowed took.
I'm over here stroking my cat. I got gravy on my gut right now. I'm just stroking my cat. I'm hungry as fuck, man. I'm an ogre, man, for real.
Clan Rat. Yes, sir. Chief. Please disconnect Far Squeaker forever. Chief.
Kind of funny. Kind of fun.
DS one.
Imagine you are a Skaven slave. You have just finished a hard day in the Warpstone mines. You think you did a pretty good nice job work, but when your boss comes to inspect check, you forget to vent your fear glands. This infuriates your boss, who sends you immediately to the front lines against the lizard things, where you are pulped into goop by giant crocodiles. As the giant hammer crushes your skull, you smile at the sweet good release escape of death. Skaven slaves in review. Rats. We are rats. We are the rats out of 10. Vote for which unit to review next in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Imagine.
How accurate is this?
Just a little bit, but not accurate enough for anything proper. No. Not accurate enough. Needs more.
Hold on, what game is this? I think I seen you play it on stream.
Total War Warhammer.
Oh yeah, that's the autism map game, right? Or just like, okay, I need to manage weapons, economy, relations with other things.
Game? Total War Warhammer is pretty simple, I'll have you know.
Was I gifted Total Warhammer? I was gifted like many multiple Warhammer games, and I don't know which ones I have anymore. Let's see, Warhammer of Darktide, Dawn of War 2, Gladius, Inquisitor, Rogue Trader, Space Marine 1 and 2. Yeah, Dawn of War 2. Yeah, I don't have Total Warhammer. It looks interesting, but I think I'd be confused. But I also kind of want to try it, because now I want to be rats.
Warpstone is an incredibly dangerous substance thing, known to cause wildly unpredictable mutations and death. Use it to fuel power your technology. Use it as money currency. Use it as food. Ground it up and snort it.
That's true. All of that is true, yes.
Even the
All
snorting.
of that and more is true. Yes, mages do snort it. It's very dangerous, but they do snort it.
I mean, crack cocaine is also dangerous, but people do snort it, so I can't even say, wow, that's... Why would they do that?
And people use crack cocaine as currency too.
Yes, they do.
We've no clear line of fire, my lord! Move around the flank to get a clear shot at the enemy. Aye!
Richard Warlock, we can shoot man things! Our rat king are in the way!
You fought for right! Just shoot them, Bumble!
Yes! Great smart plan, Chief!
We've no clear line.
Yeah. The Skaven are the only faction in the game of Warhammer Fantasy that are allowed to shoot into melee combat.
I see.
A tactic I myself used frequently in my Warhammer days. I would simply flood my enemy with screaming Skaven slaves and then fire all of my artillery into the melee. It was fun.
So self-preservation is not a thing for the Skaven, is it?
Oh no, self-preservation is the highest duty in all of Skaven kind.
Okay,
It's
the
just that with
preservation.
every Skaven looking out for themselves,
Hmm,
nobody's looking out for everybody else.
I see. And so they work together up to a point until it's inconvenient, and then it's like, they're dispensable. Like, you can get rid of them. They're used as fodder at this point, type of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
The highest priority of every Skaven is to make sure that he is not the cannon fodder, but that the Skaven next to him is.
I see. Are there any Skaven that are actually sacred and should be protected?
Sort of. The Grey Seers do command a little bit more loyalty, but not by much. But no, really, no.
Interesting. I like the Skaven.
Chief Lord, I bring the loud Zaza. This strain variety is top quality.
Hand me that poof. And they call name you the Pack Master. This garbage crap tastes like black corn. This is black corn.
Yes, Chief Lord, but lace sprinkled with wobstone, and 9 out of 10 Skaven slaves can't notice the difference. Foolish Chief Lord just murder-killed the plug dealer. Where we get dirt skunk now? My anxiety stress is out of control.
Silence, quiet. We still have supply stash of Cody. We boosted stole from Kislev.
But Chief Lord, those no-furs inject that stuff crap straight into their veins. They not sipping on that perp like smart, clever Skaven. I don't care, Squeaker. I just want to get high. Give me that needle nail.
Nasty no-furs laced that with rat poison.
Chief Lord Glock in the Whip, perhaps I can be of assistance.
But don't away, no fur. I need to find source some cabbage for the function sash.
But that is precisely what I offer. The legendary Chaos Pack, rolled in the skin of Khorne's enemies, herbs sourced from the marshes of Nurgle, watered with the sweat from Slaaneish's stanky-ass pits, and laced with fent synthesized by Sinch himself.
Maybe, perhaps, just one tok. No furs can't even supply the good boof. This crap garbage ain't hit.
What the fuck was that?
I don't
Ben,
know.
What was that? Oh, but I do like this art. It was very nice.
The Skaven do have a mild addiction to Warpstone. It is true.
Brain rot. It is brain rot. Granted, everything that I am being sent of Skaven is either brain rot, official trailers from Games Workshop, or multi-hour long lore videos. Ooh, what's this?
Ugh, Age of Sigma. Disgusting.
Sigma lied.
So it's like animation's good, but the entire game is just absolute slop.
Yes.
Well.
Sigma told us we were chosen. Warriors, stolen from death,
Terrible, terrible.
to
Click
be
away.
reforged as his weapons.
I just want to see the Skavens. Oh, here we are. I don't care about the Griffins. The Skavens do look cool, though. I like how they're designed. You don't have to watch the entire thing. God, it's so gay. Ask Arch why it's bad. Why is Age of Sigmar bad, Arch?
Because it killed Warhammer, and it's an obviously inferior product in every way.
I see. Skavens have nuke. Oh, these are Skaven women?
Yes.
I mean, they look no different than the male Skaven.
They don't. They're much larger. You blind lum.
Yeah, they're just larger than male Skaven, but still look like
They're
normal
fat,
Skaven.
disgusting.
I
Like
mean,
normal women, fat and disgusting.
Oh, shut up, Arch. I mean, you need to have healthy females to make babies.
But they don't need to be happy females. Lock them.
I didn't say happy,
Lock
I said
them.
healthy.
Lock them in small containers. Actually, it's kind of like the Korean video we watched. Maybe breeding camps are the future.
I seen more people propose breeding camps for Japan too.
Breeding camps?
Skaven women equals termite queens. Yeah, probably. Don't need to be healthy either in this case. Oh, hold on, are those babies? Oh, look at them! They're so cute! Look at the little babies! I love rats. I've always wanted to get a pet rat. Probably get a couple of them when I'm able to. Let me get some of these super chats out of the way. There we go. Trevor N. Artemis is worse than Dev because he hates Tali. I don't know who that is.
Fear not, Artemis is weak.
Ask Arch where the N on his flank went. Did he lose his N-word powers? No, it was swiftly brought back thanks to Boog. Already read that one. Animate Acumen. Yes, chat. More Skaven drawings. Reverend Norse, watch Arch's Warpstone video. It is short and useful for rat lore and Warhammer Fantasy. Trevor N, what do you two think about the... I don't know what that name is because I honestly haven't seen how do you pronounce that?
Rum.
Mishuko Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei. You must speak of the Japanese rum.
I don't wanna.
What does it say, rum?
It's not. I don't even know. You know what? I'm sending you the fucking name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Enunciate. Rum. Enunciate.
No, I don't want to. Pronounce.
Ghislaine.
get slain.
It's not even that hard.
Shut up,
Rum
Arch.
wrong with rum.
Lots is wrong with rum. And also, speaking of moon runes and names that start with R's, our sweet Rim went to Japan. She's still traveling on plane, but I'm excited for her. I need to see if I can send her money to get me some stuff.
There, you deserved that.
Oh, motherfucker. No! Boog! Was this Boog or was this Gwimbus?
Perhaps it was both.
God damn it. I hate that. Ugh. Alex Adamson, on the topic of squeaking things, I already read that one. Mercenary, we have interbred them already, Arch. They're just in tunnels under the Vatican, and the tunnels go to Jerusalem from the Vatican. Reverend Norris, okay, I already read that one. Ben, check Warhammer Wednesday, I already did. Sujad, Skaven are like Pajit, a weird affinity for tech, massively ambitious, hugely incompetent, and vicious to each other, but will come together against outside threats. Extremely unhygienic and stinky. I mean, I think that's just wild rats overall. Pyrotechnics. Lumi probably like Clan Mulder as the crazy bioscience rats they are. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look into them. Arch, tell Lumi of the single bestest rat ever to grace Warhammer. Thanquil and his many bone rippers.
Thanquil is pretty adorable, but his solo books were shit.
Yeah.
That was the sadness. He was good in the Gotrix and Felix books. Wonderful little lad. But he got solo books and they were shit. They treated him very poorly. I'm depressed by it.
There, it's okay, Arch. Actually, not really. You're just gonna have to deal with it until maybe something better comes out, but probably not. Trevor N,
He had a bodyguard bone ripper. He died. He died, Rum. He died. How can you be so callous?
Oops. Trevor N, I think you missed your $5. No, I just was behind on super chats. Sujad, the last part of the All Guardsmen Party recently released. It's a legendary dramatic retelling of a Dark Heresy 40k game. Great characters and plot. How have you found Star Sector, LumLum? I haven't played Star Sector yet. I do have it downloaded, though. And Animate Acumen, I promise I can spell, busy lifting in my gym right now. Well, hey, thanks for listening while you work out. Ask Arch about the different clans. Like, Skaven clans?
There are many clans. Many clans.
Well, what are your favorite clans?
Scryer, because they make things that spark.
I see. Like,
Many sparks.
Like mechanical spark? Fire spark?
Oh. Experimental warpstone weaponry. Unstable. Usually blows up.
I mean, that's usually the best kind of experiments, is the ones that blow up. Ooh.
You attack the enemy with Skaven slaves, and then you flamethrower them until they all die.
I like this art. It's nice.
It's Clan Eshin, a bunch of weeaboo rats that decided to be ninjas. A Council of 13, the ruling body of Skaven kind.
So are there are there 13 clans then? One leader for each clan, or are there multiple, or are these just the important, powerful ones?
Nope, there are many more clans. The Lords of Decay are picked partially by God and partially by treachery. They have to touch the 13th-sided pillar. Most people who touch it get immediately incinerated. Those who don't get to go challenge one of the sitting lords to a fight to the death.
Huh. What's the pillar exactly? Is it just like
It's a rock that the great horned rat spawned into existence because he was getting sick of the Skaven arguing all over the time.
oh, so it's just touch this rock, fight, winner gets to rule, loser dies.
Yep.
I see.
Yep. Survival of the furriest.
You know, Skaven are simple creatures, but I do enjoy how
Furry they are.
streamlined they made everything. And I always forget how creative Warhammer artists are when they're not absolutely when they're not insufferable.
That's very rare.
I mean, I'm sure most of the good artists have moved on to something else after Warhammer started going down the shitter.
Hopefully, they're all having difficulties getting food.
Oh yeah, you don't believe artists are human beings and should have basic rights.
Correct. That way, they'll be cheap to hire. We should deny food to as many artists as humanly possible.
They need to eat, Arch.
Not every day they don't.
I'm sure you have enough pastries in your freezer to pass to artists.
Speaking of, you only have me for another 10 minutes, LumLum. Then it's pastry time.
I figured this was going to be a shorter stream anyway because there's a surprisingly lack of shorter Skaven content. And plus, I just mostly wanted to yap at you with rat stuff. And also, I've learned a lot today for, like, you know, the in-between yapping of different subjects. I want to learn more about Skaven, so I'm probably going to listen to your videos while I cook dinner after stream.
The only kind of intercourse the Skaven have is rape.
I mean, that's usually how it goes.
I don't know about usually, LumLum. I mean, usually. LumLum, what? This is not boding well.
For beasts, animals, and stuff like that, it's usually like that. Ask more questions. I mean, I don't know what type of questions to ask. Basically, like, that's not just where Skaven originate from. Oh, they're just rats.
Black marshes. They weren't rats that were corrupted. Bad rum. That was the point of the lore video. Rum. They are God's creatures.
Yes, the great horned rats creatures. Yes.
They're next to godliness.
Skavenness is next to godliness.
Luminescent beings.
What are these big dudes? Or are these just normal, like, the regular size Skaven and the little ones are just little dudes?
Rat ogres.
Rat ogres?
Clan Moors questioned, what if we made rats have sex with ogres? And rat ogres were the result.
You know, I don't want to know how that breeding process goes.
Violently.
Oh, trying to think of other stuff that I already know is probably going to be in the lore videos anyway. But, like, how does Skaven hierarchy work, if there's even hierarchy? Or is it just, like, you know, constant battle for who's going to be in charge for the fleeting moment that they are?
The Lords of Decay have remained fairly solid for hundreds of years.
Are they immortal while they're, you know,
close to. But the rest of Skaven hierarchy is all constantly shifting, with every member of the Skaven hierarchy constantly attempting to find some way to upstage and steal everybody else's positions and advantages in hierarchy.
is a wonder how there's, like, you know, any order, or even just, like, a Skaven, if we could even call it society left, but I'm sure, just like regular rats, they breed to the amount of, there will always be replacement numbers ready and available for any that die.
Yes, the only time the Skaven society came close to destroying itself was when Clan Scryer attempted to bury new burrows deep beneath Skaven Blight with an enormous nuclear-powered drill. It exploded.
I'm guessing most of the weapons of war and basically more intricate things don't last that long. They have to be built, used in a very timely manner before it explodes.
Yes, in fact, exploding weapons can be used as a strategy.
I see. Oh, I like their little rat wheel.
A doom wheel. A Clan Scryer engineer builds himself a wheel, gets inside of the wheel, and then moves forward as quickly as humanly possible. Very effective.
Does it have any brake system like a normal vehicle, or is it just one of those things you drive and it stops when you run into something?
It stops eventually.
Eventually.
Possibly.
Maybe. I love all this art. It's just so good. It makes me happy. Let's see. What are you guys? On the origin story art, were the Skaven just the mutated townspeople, or did summon rats also grow into Skavens? Someone asked that in Super Chat.
They were probably not mutated people. They were probably created during the magic ritual by the Horned Rat. Because they did come from outside the village. The village just provided food and incubation for the rest of them.
Yeah, because I heard Arch was yapping in the lore video that the Skaven came from the forgotten parts of the, lower sections of the dwarven, tunnels and everything. And anywhere that, Grancy could talk about this with regular rats too, anywhere that you don't frequently check to make sure there's nothing hiding, growing, things will live there, things will thrive there, things will spread, and eventually you get eaten and taken over by Skaven, I guess.
That's a good analysis of the problem with immigration, LumLum.
I gotta stay within the YouTube TOS. Mercenary. Gotrix was so Doomslayer he scared Korn away.
He kind of did. Gotrix was very overpowered.
Pyrotechnics, a bad old man, Mora's army of ratas. Mulder is bestest maker of adorable, sweet, innocent rat ochre cubs.
Mulder, what's the difference? I'm hungry. It's normal.
And Mechanicus, Skaven aren't real. All in Empire know this, prone.
This too is true.
Do people like to say Skaven don't exist?
Well, the Skaven, don't officially exist as far as the Empire is concerned. They are an urban myth.
It just sounds like a luxury of people who haven't had to see Skaven. What's the fuck is this?
Warp lightning cannon.
This looks like a type of deal that can only shoot one or twice before it explodes on itself.
They're sorta kinda stable. Sort of.
Real squeak. Oh. Didn't Pestilence Civil War also nearly wipe them out too?
It didn't wipe them out. It just kept them busy for a while. And eventually the Horned Rat got upset because they weren't killing anybody else.
If Skaven weren't constantly at each other's throats, they have taken over the world long ago. I mean, that's kind of how you have to balance them out, is they have to be constantly at their throat killing each other, otherwise they'd be a bit overpowered, I guess. I don't fucking know.
They just start killing each other anyways.
Well, just like regular people. Eventually they'll just start killing each other. Arch, explain why the Empire denies Skaven.
Well, largely because they genuinely don't know the Skaven exist anymore. They've forgotten. It's been hundreds and hundreds of years since the Great Plague, etc. And Mandrek Skaven Slayer. Bretonia kinda knows Skaven are real because they interacted with them later on with the Red Pox. And Talea knows that they're real because they're right next to them.
So do Skaven just follow, like, not, I wouldn't say necessarily follow, but go to other large cities once Pestilence and Plague are, already kind of set there?
Nah, normally the Skaven come first, then the Skaven introduce the Pestilence and the Plague.
I see. So do they not just... Because you say that there's many, many Skaven clans, do they just not get the opportunity to invade other cities and towns, or do they just kind of stay in one area?
Most of the time, they're either busy fighting with each other, or they have some nearby enemy, usually dwarves or Chileans, that they're busy fighting.
Huh, I see. Skaven are the protagonists in Warhammer. They saved everyone from Power Word Nagash. Objectively good, yes, yes.
They did do that, yes. I made an hour-long video on it.
I will listen to it. On Go, they're already there. Live under cities. Oh yeah, they are primarily just underground and come up when they want or need to, right?
Which is why Talea employs a lot of rat catchers, and why being a rat catcher is actually a fairly high-status job in Talea.
Interesting. I'm surprised that no one has engineered any larger cats to take care of the Skaven. But granted, I'm sure the Skaven...
Probably because they'd start eating people, too.
It's a fine line to tame them. But also, you don't really tame cats, either. Ask if Skaven have ever tried to fly. I wouldn't doubt it. Have Skaven tried to make little airplanes or stuff?
Oh, that's right. The Skaven had a space program at one point.
A space program? The fuck you mean,
Yeah.
a space program?
They wanted to go to the moon because they figured the moon was probably made out of warpstone, which they wanted.
Did they succeed to go at least a little further than a few hundred feet in the air?
Yeah, I think they even blew up the moon at one point.
They blew up the moon.
Yeah. As you do.
Jesus Christ. Ask about the far squeaker. What's the far squeaker? Sounds like a phone.
It is a phone. It's their version of a telephone. It too is created using warpstone technology, so it'll give you an enormous amount of ear cancer when you're using it.
That was end times when they blew up the moon?
They did do that.
Huh. Did the moon somehow come back, or is it just gone?
No, that was the end times when GW killed the setting.
Oh. So there's never going to be anything new for Warhammer Fantasy? They're just completely done with it?
They're creating the old world, which just looks like gayer, weaker Warhammer.
That sucks. Jesus Christ.
It does.
But Warhammer will have Sigmar invade 40k because I believe the writers are that cooked up on 7-Up. I expect that crossover in Warpstone space program.
I pray the meteor that's going to hit Earth next year strikes GW headquarters before that happens.
Or even if the meteor breaks down enough, just a part large enough, it destroys GW headquarters.
In a strange occurrence, one piece of the meteor struck Nottingham this evening. For no particular reason.
They hit it with a nuke. Isn't the old world several hundred years before the end times?
Yes.
It's still gay, though. Skaven best faction, yes. I mean, I really like the Skaven. I already liked rats before, so the Skaven are just a bonus. I expect 40k Skaven rat women furry Warhammer fetish. You know, I'm sure that it's already out there. It's already out there, mercenary. The horned rat protects Squeak. If GW was a Warhammer faction, which faction would they be?
The Tyranids?
I don't know. Hey, we went off on a lot of Skaven-related tangents and shit. I wish there was more Skaven content that's just not hours-long videos and brain rot. Granted, the way that Skavens talk, it seems like they're very brain rot-esque content anyway. But I'm also looking forward to just listening to the VODs of your old Skaven RP because just from the comics alone, I want to know. Do you think after the Nazi vampire RP, do you think we could do a Skaven RP, Arch? Whenever that happens, anyway.
In 10 years.
It'll happen in about 10 to 15 years, but it'll be okay. Arch will have like that old man storyteller voice, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he'll sound exactly the same.
I will. I don't plan on becoming old. It's just my final form.
Are you gonna be like my sister? She said that she refuses to grow old and get wrinkles. She'll kill herself before that happens. Oh, I love my sister. She's so mentally ill, but it's okay. Alright, but I will let Archley go for now because I'm sure he's starving just as much as the artist that he wants to starve. He requires pastries before he perishes at his desk.
But unlike artists, I provide something valuable to society.
What's that?
Myself.
Depends on the day. But no, you're quite an enjoyable person to talk with, Arch. I shouldn't speak too many good things before he's just like, yes, I am. I'm literally the best thing to grace you since sliced bread. I will finish
More so
Supers,
than
guys.
sliced bread.
Let me get these. I will finish up the supers and then we will get going. Already read that one. Mercenaries said GW would be the IS Malice faction. I don't know what that is. Is Malice? Did you misspell things again? I'm confused. Alright. Finish supers on there. I don't think I have anything on Streamlabs. I didn't see anything pop up for it. But thank you for joining thank you for the 5 Strigoi. I think that's your name. I know this my content is always just, literally everywhere, but thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you, Arch, for taking time out of your precious Wednesday, since I know you came from just like side scrollers to here.
LumLum picks the one day in the week where I'm the busiest. Why? Because LumLum is just that kind of human.
I lost track of which Wednesday it was because you're on there every other Wednesday, not every Wednesday. Animated Acumen, thank you for the stream, LumLum. Archley, oh, no problem. It was fun just to sit back, relax. Excuse me.
Gassy LumLum, this is why you get all of that art.
It was a burp.
Gassy LumLum.
Shut up. Anyways, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. I will find somebody to raid. And I think I'll play more Repo later tonight in the Discord server if anybody wants to join. But I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you tomorrow for the other for Under the Tea with the other two. All right. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, chat.